Hey Sainers, welcome to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to the Round 5 review. No red wine today, and it's because we didn't get the chocolates, as you can see. We went down to the GWS Giants, 82 to 110. It was a 28-point margin in the end. It could have been more. It was looking like more. And to our credit, kick it off at the positive, we actually ran the game out, unlike the Adelaide game in round 1, which was looking very similar. We started well. We started bright. We started very similarly to last week, where we kind of came out of the blocks, kicked some nice goals, and there was a bit of excitement in the crowd and in the living room, watching it with the family again. But it was stripped away from us pretty quickly. The Giants are a very skilled team, as we know. Everything they did today, we are all very well aware. How many superlatives can you say about the Giants? They are very good. They are very slick. They have A-graders everywhere. They have Hogan. They have Sam Taylor. They have Toby Green. They have Finn Callahan. They have Josh Kelly. They have Briggs in the ruck. They have Whitfield, Bedford, Darcy Jones. You could name another 10 on top of that, by the way. Canelio didn't play, and they were still good. We were just outplayed. Simple as that. I think I'm happy to say that. We were outplayed by a team that probably should have won a flag by now, that should have made a grand final and coughed up a big margin against the eventual premiers last season. And our senior boys were massively down. Jack Sinclair nowhere near his best today, although he fought it out. Jack Steele looks like he's had COVID for the last 6 months. That's how bad he was today, I thought, anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sainers, if I'm being harsh on the captain, but that moment where he took that mark and he went for this little dinky, shitty pass and didn't want to put the responsibility on himself to kick a captain's goal, but then he took the responsibility in the fourth quarter when the game was done and he was further out from a worse position. That doesn't make sense to me. And then Mason Wood did the same thing in a clutch moment when he's kicked 9 goals, 2 or something for the year. Why are you going for these passes? It was that hard for us to get just simple shots inside 50 because Sam Taylor was doing whatever he wanted. And last week I credited Ross. I said that he won it in the coach's box, talked him up. I think we lost it a little bit today in the coach's box. We played small. Maybe this could have been a game for Boyd. I know we wanted to play small footy on the deck and use our speed, but in the end, that just left us so open to these tools inside defensive 50. And even when they bombed it inside 50, I was shitting myself. Anytime Hogan, Cadman was flying for it, Stringer was near it, Riccardi, I was shitting myself because I just thought our defense couldn't go with them. And to be honest, to hold them to 110 in the end and goalless in the final quarter was impressive. But it was that third quarter where they were just devastating. And, Toby, as much as I love him, looked a little bit off it. They were just a little bit better across the board. Like, as simple as that. I thought our game plan kind of stands up. We're kicking goals. Like we lost to Adelaide, kicked 70-plus points. We lost today, kicked 80-plus points. I think football's going that way now. If you can kick 90-plus points a game, you're in every game. Like, honestly. Any less than that and you're losing, to be honest. Like, if I look at 7 of the 8 winners or something this round, they all kicked over 100 points. So football hasn't been like that since probably mid-2000s in terms of that attack. We just, similar to round 1, we just struggled to really get any sort of forward pressure going because we were relying on Sharman, who I thought was pretty good today, and Mason Wood, who took some good marks and did some nice things outside of his little dinky kick that I called out before. Higo was kind of missing. Collard was subbed out. Didn't work out for him. Marshall was just so off it. And I just thought, you can't beat the Giants if 3 of your key pillars in the midfield aren't working. And that was McRae being tagged out of it. Steele just way off it. And Rowan Marshall, who looked similar to Steele. I could just put money that he was sick or something. He was way off it. Ross gave him a huge spray at halftime, and it didn't work because the third quarter was our worst quarter of the year. And that was enough for the Giants to really create enough of a margin that whatever we did in the fourth was, we were never going to come back from 50 points, as much as commentators love to kind of make it out that that's the case. But on the flip side, I don't want to be too negative because we were playing a very good team today. The two teams we've lost to this year have both been away from Marvel, both been dominant in the air, and both have. They're probably the two, along with Brisbane, maybe, as sort of the most dangerous forward lines in the competition. So I'm not surprised that our back line, undersized without Dougal Howard there, with Wilkie and Caminiti kind of working there, was going to be under a lot of pressure. Ross said it during the week. He said if our midfield gets stuck in and we kind of make it ugly ball going inside 50 to the Giants' talls, then we're going to be in with the chance of winning. But we didn't dominate the midfield, or at least we didn't get near breaking even though I think the clearances were pretty level in the end. They got too many clean entries, and if the Giants are having clean entries, there's no team in the competition that's gonna beat them. Just try and challenge them to a shootout, you'll lose. And that was the game. The game in a nutshell, really, was they were clean. But Garcia stood up. There was signs from him, probably the most disposals he's ever had in a game, I think. Windy, I really enjoyed the way he went about it. Max Hall continued to battle. Nasiah kicking 3 and being way more assertive forward of centre, which is so dangerous. Could have kicked 4 or 5, really. Burns had a lot of it, butchered it a little bit. Darcy Wilson got a lot of it, butchered it a little bit. It was just how clean they were. And I kind of, say that it's not I don't think it's a reality check, because a reality check is you don't know where you were at and you needed a slap in the face. I think everyone knew where we were at and where the Giants are at, and they're probably 3 or 4 years beyond us in terms of development, in terms of hitting the draft. They've got the academy. We all know the concessions and not all that shit. But if anything, it further reiterates that we just need to continue doing what we're doing, drafting well, getting clever trades going with McRae's, free agency if we can, and just keep building on the list, because I saw some positives today. I still think that this game 2 years ago, we get done by 70, 80 points. But we fought it out, and 28 points with, I reckon, 7 or 8 of those players out there today were nowhere near it. Like, nowhere near it. I've seen Saints teams get done by 60, 70 points when every player's decent. And I'm thinking, wow, we actually didn't play bad, but we got done. This almost felt like the elimination final, if you go back a couple of years, where we weren't terrible, but they were just clinical. They were just so clean. And they would go from end to end, and Ross's game plan of playing small, that worked out for them. Sam Taylor gets it, handballs it to Whitfield, handballs it to Finn Callahan, kicks it into the middle, Callan Ward, gives it off to Toby Green, sizzles it to Hogan. That's the game. And I don't know what our pressure numbers were, but I know in the first 10, 15 minutes it was 195. They were 170. So our pressure was there for a lot of the game, apart from the third quarter. But I don't think we lose too many supporters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is a loss where we all need to freak out and we all need to go, great, we're shit again. I don't think we're shit at all. I actually think we're quite a good team. I just think the Giants are better. And that's the reality, That's the reality check, is just another reminder. The Giants, Brisbane, they're kind of the two teams that I look at and go, they are levels above us. I don't look at any other team like that. Even Adelaide, they've been humbled the last 2 weeks. They're good, and sure, we play them, they might beat us again, but I just think the Giants and Brisbane are the two best teams in the comp. And we've lost to one of them, and we play the other one in a couple of weeks' time. So again, it's an exciting challenge to play these teams, and if we can take some learnings out of this and then put that into the Dogs on Sunday night, that's huge. And we're 3-2, Sainers. We're 3-2, and I said last week, out of the Port Giants games, the Adelaide games, I want to take one of them, and we took one of them, and we were fairly respectable in this one. I know that some people are going to say, rip into them, but honestly, we lost by 28 points to the Giants, who are a very good team, and I know some people think they're frauds and some people think they're overrated, but a team that makes that many prelims and has made a grand final and is continually top 4 is the type of team you want to be, and they were just way too good today, and we were not. Simple as that. So put your thoughts in the comments, Sainers. Let me know how you're feeling. And my 5 things will be out tomorrow afternoon again, because it's a late Sunday game. The podcast tomorrow night, Saints TV Weekly tomorrow. But right now, let me know how you're feeling. Do you walk away from this game thinking, wow, we took a couple of... Because some people were saying that this loss has undone everything we've done in the last 3 weeks, which I think is an absolute bullshit exaggeration. Calm your farm. Like, just slow down a bit. This has in no way undone anything we've done in the last 3 weeks. I think in patches in this game, we showed something. And in patches, we showed that we just weren't quite there. But there was a balance of shit and good. And that's the way I saw it today. If I'm wrong, fair enough. But we all have our opinion. That's mine. So put yours in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, Saners. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Saners. Thanks, guys.